hardy group of cyclists are setting out from London on a gruelling ride over 8 days through France and Belgium, cycling over 100 kilometres per day through the great battlefields of World War I, arriving in Villers-Bretonneux for Armistice Day.
It sounds really silly. It was literally just a dream, an amazing opportunity, and we making it happen.
I'll never go through this countryside again. I'll never see this again. It's just something that is pretty much a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's something that's going to be a very emotional, and to me this is the climax of all of my other adventures.
Legacy is a family that looks after families. We're a family. We love the fact that we're doing this together as a family, and it's a moment in our lives that we'll never forget. And that's what it comes down to, I think.
To now be here, about to take off on this wonderful trek for 8 days through the battlefields is just a huge step, and I'm really proud of them. I think they're fabulous.
Pandemonium, I would like to say, pandemonium, but it's what it's all about, getting together as a team and making sure we stick together as a team. It's fantastic. Cheers.
Good to see you.
I think it's good that it's going to be hard, and it's good that it's going to be cold and wet and probably miserable, because that's exactly how the diggers had it. I'm sure the guys will do very well without me. I'm sending my brother over there, Darren, so he'll be there to help out, and yeah, they'll be fine.
Like I said to the boys, I said, look, all the training you do, that's really great, but you're all going to have to ride to my heart rate in any case. So
A farewell at Australia House, attended by Prince Edward, the Duke of Kent, heartens them for the task ahead. At the crack of dawn, the Legacy peloton sets out from London on unfamiliar roads, busy with morning traffic, heading to Dover. Outside, Darren O'Grady and Graham Lord take the opportunity to carry out repairs on their bikes. 20 kilometres out of Calais, the riders turn off the highway to a path hugging the River Doy. Not officially a dedicated bike lane, it provides a safer haven than the busy main road. On arrival, the riders will attend a twilight service at the famous Meningate Memorial to the Missing, dedicated to the British and Commonwealth soldiers who died in the Ypres salient without a known grave. The grand Meningate Memorial to the Missing in Ypres is dedicated to the 90,000 soldiers who died in these battles without known graves.
The gate was inaugurated on the 24th of July in 1927. And from 1928 onwards, that service has been repeated every night at 8 o'clock.
very proud, very emotional, and it was a very, very moving time, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a very humbling memorial for tens of thousands of people that never made it home from war. I managed to find the battalion that my great grandfather served in. He fortunately made it home, one of the few that did, but yeah, to see that memorial and see the names of his battalion, he was in the machine gun corps, to see the names that ran here that didn't make it home was very humbling.
Day 3, a 130-kilometre ride from Ypres to Mons, promises to be one of the toughest rides of the Tour de Legacy, not physically, but emotionally. The riders will visit battlefields and cemeteries of World War I.
Pass around and close the gap for them. Those guys that I mentioned the names before, sort of embed yourself within the bunch. If we get to the point where people are dropping off, call out a number. Don't yell slow down, don't yell anything because we can't hear.
Tyne-Cot Cemetery is the largest Commonwealth war grave cemetery in the world. The sheer scale of Tyne-Cot is astonishing, a sad reminder of the cost of war. So many young lives lost, so many families left distraught. Once part of the British front line, Hill 62, named for its elevation in metres on military maps, witnessed some of the most intense battles of World War I. The narrow, muddy trenches and tunnels carved into the green fields of the Belgian countryside reveal the awful truth of war. A stubborn struggle to survive in shocking conditions.
It's deeply moving just to go out through the trenches and see, get a taste of what it was like back in the war. It's phenomenal. Very special, moving experience.
In 17 they had their worst winter. This would have been a quagmire, the whole joint. But this, I have to come back now.
Nearby is the Sanctuary Wood Cemetery. Largely obliterated by the Germans in World War I, it was restored after the war to commemorate Allied lives lost in battle.
A couple of the cemeteries we've brought into Memorial was just absolutely magnificent. The guys really embraced it. The Tyne-Cot was just blew us away. To see so many graves and to see so many people that sacrificed their life for us is just unbelievable. It's one of those moving moments that just I'll take with me for the rest of my life. It was fantastic.
Oh no, can't do that one. No. All right, that one stretched. Rotate. Swapping.
Ready, creaking, the creaking.
Creaking.
Very well.
I feel a lot better now, look at that. It was a fair bit of excitement this morning. Everyone was fourth day in and ready to go, and the car park was full of energy this morning, and it's been a nice, lovely little ride today. So halfway there, and I don't think anyone's even started. So yeah, on a good day.
Captain Colin Hales joined the newly formed 1st Anzac Cyclist Battalion in July 1916. soon after marrying childhood sweetheart Mabel Peters in Adelaide. The 1st Anzac Cyclist Battalion soldiers were originally intended to operate like cavalry, but they gradually evolved to play a range of other important roles. They fought in the trenches when needed, provided backup support behind the lines for reconnaissance and salvage work, and assisted local farmers with their harvest to build goodwill during the turmoil of war. During November 1916, Collins' unit was engaged in a series of fatigues, water patrols, guarding prisoners at a POW camp, and cable laying at Delville Wood. Relocated to the village of La Houssay, the weary cyclists carried out sorely needed maintenance of their bicycles and equipment before resuming their endless fatigue duties. On the 20th of December 1916, on a reconnaissance mission, Lieutenant Colin Hales was hit by enemy shell fire. It appears Colin was killed instantly. He was just 24 years old. The legacy riders gather at Dartmoor Cemetery amidst rustic farmhouses and ploughed fields. They locate Colin's tombstone and stand for 1 minute of silence, remembering the personal sacrifice Colin and other soldier cyclists made on the blood-stained green-brown fields of France in 1916. Spectacular view of the city lights.
It's so impressive. It really is.
Very incredibly fortified. I mean,
it's massive. It's huge. It's massive.
Really astonishing just to sort of contemplate the history and what's happened around this fortress over the many centuries.
The scale of it is,
it's
you really just don't appreciate the scale. It's huge.
Ride has been tough, and the cyclists are relieved to make it to the town of Fumé for a welcome lunch break.
It's sensational. Well done, mate. I'm so proud of you. Awesome. There were moments there, I was thinking we're going sideways, mate. We were snaking, going sideways. I'm thinking, good way to go, just looking up, thinking, okay, we're not there yet. That was an extraordinary hill. And to match the extraordinary scenery. Every time you come around the corner, there's like a postcard picture every time, mate. It's ridiculous. It's awesome.
Really great. That was cold and climbs, but great. Really, really nice. Weather's dropped probably 4 degrees in the last 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the rain now.
Did you do this? It was sunny when I came in. Yeah,
The legacy peloton now faces the twin challenges of cold and rain as they skirt the River Meuse, which winds its way through Belgium to the Netherlands, where it empties into the North Sea.
That scenery. The last half was just so much fun. We had some just perfect tailwind,
incredible.
flat roads, and just, the sun was out. We got looked after.
So hills at the start, very lumpy, demanding, but after lunch, some beautiful rollers and a tailwind. So 45 clicks in a bunch down long hills. That's the best part about cycling. It was awesome.
And a few mechanical faults, but no, apart from that, it was really good.
The group make their way to the Bullecore Museum. Jack waits patiently for 45 minutes to see his great-great-uncle's name appear on the roll call of the dead.
There he is. Albert Arthur Tregline.
Nice and easy does it. Second last climb for the whole trip. Nearly there. Loving it. At least it's not raining.
It's one of those moments where you want to say hi to Stewie. Sit back there in Australia by the pool.
Look, at the end of the day, it's riding a bike. They'll get to the end of the day somehow. As long as they're in one piece, it's all going to be okay.
The Legacy Peloton sets out on the final leg of a remarkable journey, on the verge of fulfilling a seemingly impossible dream. They've cycled from London 900 kilometres in 8 days, climbing hills, riding over mud and cobblestones, overcoming mechanical woes and battling rain and biting cold. They reach Villers-Bretonneux Australian National Memorial, exhausted but in high spirits.
Oh, that was one big day on the saddle.
Yeah! Come on, Rossi.
We did it, we conquered. You're the man! Hey! Everyone come in! Come on, everyone come in! The whole group! Lady, everybody!
Everyone, 18 months ago, we planned something that was just a dream, and we've done it. 8 days of riding, we've raised nearly $300,000 for Legacy. No one's come off badly. We've got a mare. We've made some amazing friends, seen some amazing sights. Everyone, I'm so proud of you all. Well done. Well done.
Trenches rich! Hey! 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 We're the pride
Great job, guys.
Welcome to the commemorative service at the Australian National Memorial at Villers-Bretonneux in northern France.
We keep our promise. It's the promise to never forget the service and sacrifice of 416,000 Australians and more than 60,000 who never made it home to the country they loved.
In my mind, there could be no more noble or worthwhile cause than looking after the dependents of men and women who have either given their life or their health in the service of their country. There's a great humility in legacy, not much banging of the cymbals or beating of the drums, just a quiet determination to get on and provide care.